Hey guys, Cartoonist here, and today we have Time here to help us out today on a brand new Cartoons Hub episode for my Disney Infinity 3.0 gameplay walkthrough series, and today we are finally outside after a few episodes working in my custom interior right over yonder there, as you can see there with the giant Ultron mechanical thingy-mabob there. That is where we have been working on for these past episodes. So today we are taking a little bit of a breather and we are working on the exterior. But what are we working on with the exterior, you may ask? Well, today we are going back to this area because we have just a tiny little gap. Right, if we can head, or if we can have a little look-see as to where it is, right here. So, I have been thinking about this because, well, we have the engines, as you can see right there, all 7 of them, and we have Edwin and Henry, and we have Toby, and we also have the machines, and we also have all of the other characters that are going to be residing in the custom interior, which is out yonder there. So, yeah, but no cars, or I guess Dusty as well, because he's a plane. So I'm going to be putting them in this little corner of the toy box there. So, yeah, that is what we're going to be doing here today. We're going to be placing Brom, McQueen, Maida, and Sally right there, since they are not going to be working, or they're not going to have rooms in the interior over there. Of course, guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying today's episode, make sure to leave a like on the video. That will be very, very highly appreciated. So, let's get to working on this, shall we? We haven't really had that much exterior work in quite some time. So, I mean, I want to use the blocks, but do we use the blocks? I don't know. We do have these garages, which were in page number... What page was it? I think they were in here, weren't they? Yeah. So these. And I was thinking, like, I'm not really sure if we should have them in here. Or maybe not, but I don't know, we'll see. And I know we can customize them. Oh, we have a garage build. Oh, okay. So we don't just have these. But we also have those. Okay, so I just want to make this as flush with Toby's shed as possible. I don't know. Let's see. I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and put down 3 of these and see how well they fit in the environment here. So where is the garage door right there? And how high do we want to make these, though? That's the tricky part of this whole ordeal, sorry. Did I just say cordeal? That was unlike me. Okay, so the issue is, though, do we... Okay, let's see. How many of these are going to fit in here? Oh, only 3. That's a little bit problematic, I'm not going to lie. Well, I guess we could kind of, you know, have like just one garage and then... No, that won't work either. But will it? Let's see. Oh, it will. Okay. So it doesn't really work out, you know, properly, but I think it'll ultimately work. Kinda. Not really sure why I just sit there, but you know, it'll do, right? Especially since we need to figure out if there's going to be like some sort of a gap. Okay, so let's do this. Well, how will this look though? That's the thing. There seems to be a little bit of a gap right there, as you can see. Actually, I don't really mind if there's a gap. So let's remove all these for the time being. Actually, it'd be a lot quicker if I just go to spark mode here. Then exit spark mode. And then we'll just use our large suburban home for these. Now the big question is though, how tall do we want to make these? That is going to be the tricky part of this. And then maybe we'll just put like something up top of these garages. I think we'll make them like... Actually, I think having them 2 stories high, or just like 1 building high, will be logical. And then we'll just go ahead and put down some of these, or these roofs I should say. Make them a little bit more homey. Alright. So we got a nice little garage thing right there. And then, do we have something for the piston cup for McQueen? Because, well, we want something to represent McQueen in some way. Let's just give him frozen flags. Why not? Wait, will anything fit in these little gaps? Oh, that's going to be a little bit problematic. Oh, anything fit? No. Look at that, there's like a little gap there. A little space there. That's a little alarming, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, well these railings do. But like, do we really need railings? That's a little concerning, I'm not gonna lie. But we do have some themings, I should say. Now I forgot to point out that I probably forgot to put Bob and Wendy in these little areas there. So wait. Let's just go ahead and put down... Okay, that's a garage. Don't want that. We need this. Oh, we want to put them facing side by side, so to speak. I don't really want to make them a little bit too high either, so... And then get the roof, boom, and boom. And then, of course, the front door right there. Bam, and bam! Alright, so... Got a nice little house there. Well, houses, I should say there. Man, this area really has come together quite nicely. I really like this. So, let's exit out of here. Because we do want to recolor these. So, let's see what we have working with here. Okay, so we got red bricks. We got pink wood and orange bricks. Kind of interesting. Oak would be kind of interesting for Maida. I made that red though, that'd be similar to McQueen. I think this would be kind of fitting for Bob. So let's go ahead and do this. What was it again? The favela? Or favela, I should say. Oh my god, I love how the roof changes color. Like, look at this. That is such a cool effect. Wow. Okay. Did not expect that. And then maybe that's... No. We'll just go with this. Alright. Let's just go ahead and make this possible. Does this change color? Oh. I was hoping the roof for Wendy's changed color. But there we go. We've got some nice houses right next to the machine shelter right there. So that then they won't be completely houseless, so to speak. And then we shall go ahead and customize the area for these. So, let's see. What do we want to give Brom, though? That's the thing. Do we just want to give him this? Or do we want to just give like a basic yellow siding? Okay, that's a little bit too faded out. I think the orange bricks fits kind of well for Brom. Because, you know, you want to have at least something for him. So let's go ahead and use the orange bricks. change them up. And then we're going to get to working on Dusty's little hangar. Yep, Dusty's going to go here. Since he's not going to get a room over by the interior area that I have aforementioned. So this will be for Lightning McQueen here. Okay, we need to customize the house back there as well. The area back there. Oh wow, I love how they changed the windows as well. That's a cool effect. Okay, so let's get time over to here. Whoa, that's a cool dodge effect. Wow. I love there's like cogs there. It reminds me of TikTok clock, which you know how much I love that course from Mario Kart DS. You remember? Okay, so now let's get to the back side here. And let's customize this with oak wood, because you know, it's made of. Then let's see if this changes colors. I'm sure it will. Hell yeah! Oh, I love that roof. That's a cool roof right there. Okay, I'm gonna get to the back side here. Change the color of that to oak wood. And then we will customize this for Miss Sally. And I think this is the closest we have to a color. Colorize that. So the previous two roofs didn't change colors. Maida's did. Will Sally's? Yes, it will. Ho ho! But it's the same roof as Maida's. But I think that works. Like a half and half split between the roofs there. And that ultimately works out. There we go. Look at that. Got some lovely houses now. But we're not done yet, though, because we have, of course, I'm going to play Shrek at some point. His swamp's going to go somewhere. And I think it may be one of these compartments here. I don't know. We'll see where his little place goes. So, let's see. Where were the blocks? Well, I could have just, like, copied and pasted the blocks from... Excuse me. From there. But... Is this the same size as this? Excuse me. I think actually... Oh, you know what we can do? I think I know what we can do. We can make this an extension to the machine shelter. Because Dusty's a plane. And he's going to have something to compensate with. So I'm going to make this kind of like a nice little expansion. And then... How close can we get this? Is this going to clip through the roof? That's touching a little bit too close there, so I'm gonna remove that. And then let's go spark mode here. Place this in the middle. And then, oh, I got an idea for his floor, but we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's go ahead and layer this wall out. Oh, I feel like that's a little bit too close to the shelter there. And I feel like that would just kind of overlap. Nah, I think that'll be a little too close. So. As much as I would like it to be like an extension, I think it may have to be some sort of a hill. Like, remain. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but... okay. So let's go ahead and... layer these out, and I've got an idea of what we can do for Dusty's floors right here. Since he's mainly orange and blue, I think it'll be an interesting idea to go ahead and do this, and then have like some blue in between, because like, well, have like it be mainly just his hub, but then also have some blue in between, because you know, he's mainly an orange and blue race. Oh, yeah, guy. We probably have to extend this thing out a little bit further. Oh man. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Let's Spark mode. Thank you, spark mode, for working. And then just let this out like so. And then, okay. And there we go. Need a roof as well, don't worry. We'll get to doing that. Okay, but where? Okay, that's what I wanted. Floors here. So I'll make them orange. And then with a little bit of blue in between. Because, you know, I love the orange and blue design that Dusty has. For his design. And also a little bit of white as well. Because, well, we wanted a little bit of white in his paint job. Ooh, but the question is, though, do we leave it open like this? So it's like, you know, he's a plane and he needs, like, energy or something. Ooh, that's the tricky part, actually. Okay, well... kind of like the way that looks. But, I don't know, we'll see. Let's go... Maybe we'll make this thing, like, made out of carbon fiber, maybe. I don't know. Dungeon... No, I'll make his executive, because, like, it's gotta be, like... It's meant to resemble, like, a plane hangar, you know? So let's go ahead and... make all these the executive design. Make that, and that. Then I will set this because I want this to be, you know, the main theme for his hangar. Alright. That looks nice, I'm not gonna lie. And then we shall go ahead and layer out the blocks right here. There we go. Looking pretty spiffy. I like it. Okay, and then this is the thing that I was thinking of. I was thinking we change these into... Okay, well, what's the closest color to Dusty? I guess this would be kind of close. Whoa, okay, that's kind of interesting. Beautiful blue glitter. Arranges the orange. That's kind of interesting. Agora Palace. Patchwork. No, that's not what we want. Gold looks kind of interesting. That's just yellow. No, I think the closest we've got is this. So we'll go with that. So we'll have it orange on two sides. And then the middle is going to be blue because, well, you want to have it at least you want to at least represent Dusty in some way. Now, as a quicker little method, I'm going to go ahead and remove all these slab stones. Customize this one. Wait, where's that gone? Okay, well... Okay, where's the blue I want? This is the blue I want. And then have these be the setup here. For Dusty's little hangar here. There we go. Alright. That looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and then final thing we need to do, before we call it a day for today, is, do we make... How well will two roofs fit? Okay, I guess that kind of works. And, oh, okay, well, Oh, that'll actually work, because it'll kind of contrast with the roof design there. It'll also be white, just you know, it'll match Dusty's overall feel. And then we'll put where are these set pieces here? Yeah, let's just put Epcot there. That would be no issue. We'll put some of these up, so it's like, you know, it's his own little hangar. I remember placing these in 2.0, so we'll go ahead and put those. And then where's the other lights we had there? Let me cycle through real quick. I need to see where it is. Where are you? Light. Not those. I know we had it somewhere. Where was it? Ooh. Can we put these? Right here? Oh, that would be... Okay. So we can put those there. On the roof. Why couldn't we place it with the engines? That's a little bit weird. Like... Okay, we could. It just wouldn't look that good. I feel like... To match with the engines? Why not? Let's just go ahead and put those there. It'll kind of act as like the... As like, you know... The sheds, you know? So they're not like flat squares all the time. There we go. Oh yeah, now that looks nice. Not gonna lie. Kinda looks a little bit weird, but... You know what? It'll do. Alright guys? And then we'll just do that for Tony. Alright. It's like a nice little roof above the sheds there. That looks a little bit ugly, I'm not gonna lie. But I'll get used to it. Wait, did the sheds have... I don't really like that now, actually. It kind of looks ugly. So let's just remove all those... No, I didn't mean to remove... No! Oh, I didn't mean to remove a wall there for Dips. For not Dipsy, for Henry, for the shed there. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's just cycle through real quick. I swore we could have had an antenna somewhere. That's flags. Okay, I don't think it's in here. No. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Wait, was it in... Must have been in here, right? Alarm lights. Kind of what we're looking for, but I don't know about that. What's this from? Oh, it's from inside out. Okay. I guess these could kind of work, but we'll... Where was the other antenna we had? Because I would like to place it. I could have sworn we had it. I'm not sure where it is. We have these lights, but I'm not sure where it'd be. Not there. I doubt it's gonna be in this. And then these are just... yeah. Not what we want whatsoever. They gotta be in this. Yes! That's what we wanted! That's what I wanted! The Hearth warning beacons. So these could be kind of like little lights that Dusty has. Like, because, you know, he already has... I know he has an antenna, but... It could work. And plus, too, they're orange and white. So it's like it works. For his, overall color palette. There we go. Alright, so that is this entire area laid out, so to speak. So, I think this is coming together really, really nicely. I'm not gonna lie, they got like some nice houses and stuff, but we need to fix this because I did not mean to remove that. Oh, sorry, you two. Okay, so what did we choose it as? Not cardboard. Wasn't Asgardian stone, was it? Oh, it was. Never mind. It was Asgardian stone. Alright, so problem fixed. So there we go. Our little area is coming together nicely. I think we've done a really nice job here for today. So, with that, my guys, there you have it. Next episode, we're going to jump back into the interior and then head back out to the exterior, back to this area out here. Well, I just shot at. To work on the little area for Shrek, and maybe a tip, but I don't know. We'll have to see where that goes from there. But we don't really have that much memory left, so we're gonna need to think of our own toes here. What was the old saying? I forgot what the old saying was, but we'll get there eventually. That's all I'm saying here. So yeah, our little area is coming together nicely. But next episode, we're going to be headed into the interior. So if you want to see that, though, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Thank you so very much, time, and of course, Mad Hatter for joining us for a Mad Hatter themed week this week. I hope to see you all next week. Whoa, okay, camera, you're being a little awkward now as I'm trying to sign off here. What are you doing, remote? Okay. Nonetheless, though, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all next week for what I play as. I don't know, probably the Rebels or something. I don't know. We'll see who I play as on the next episode. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed it, of course, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay up to date and to not miss out on the newest content. Excuse me. Until next time, bye, guys.